What's up, guys? What's up, guys? My first live stream on StreamYard. What's happening? Can you guys see this? Oh, let's turn on some music. Hold on. Do-ba-do-do. What do you guys think? Can you hear this? Can you see this? My first experiment with live broadcasting on StreamYard. Instead of Zoom, I'm using StreamYard. And the purpose of this video today is to talk about a bunch of changes to my channel. Yeah, gotta get in the habit of looking at the camera. It's one of my changes is I'm gonna start looking at the camera instead of whatever else I've been looking at. Changes to my channel, guys. Number one change, I'm trying to integrate all my social media. So now I've got Twitter, I've got Instagram, I even have TikTok. Yeah, I'll tell you about that. All under the name Vinyl Rundown. So for those of you that were following me on Instagram, I changed my handle from GK Ultra to Vinyl Rundown. I'm trying to create a banner for that here. Check that out. Yes, I'm the Vinyl Rundown on Instagram and on YouTube. You knew that. I'm also Vinyl Rundown on Twitter. I'm also Vinyl Rundown on TikTok. Why am I on TikTok when it's a bunch of kids? Well, there's like no vinyl channels on TikTok as far as I can tell. Maybe I'm the first. And the fact that it's all kids and kids music, if nobody's going to turn on kids to cool music like jazz, then how can you blame kids if they never heard of it? All right, what else is new on my channel, guys? I'm using StreamYard now instead of Zoom. I want to start doing more collaborations. I did 2 interviews last week with one was a jazz guitar player, one was a DJ from Vegas, both friends of mine. But I'm looking forward to doing more collaborations with you guys. Any of you guys have an idea to do a collaboration with me? Love to do it. I'm interested in talking to not just record collectors, but record labels, record store owners, musicians, authors, anybody interested in the music world here. So look forward to more collaborations. And another change to my channel, some of you might not like, I have monetized the channel and I've reached 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. And I've set myself up with Google AdSense to monetize the channel. And so far, I think I've earned $7. Am I trying to make money on this channel? Not really. The StreamYard subscription is like 20 bucks a month. So if the revenue from monetizing can offset that, great. This channel won't cost me a bunch of money. The other issue is, what's the other issue? I'm of the opinion that monetizing will make YouTube more likely to promote your video. So far, I have not seen any evidence of that, but I'm going to test that out for a while and see if monetizing will push YouTube into giving me more views and more subscribers. I don't know. I assume YouTube does that, but so far it hasn't worked out like that at all. So far my view count has not been that great. But for you, my longtime special subscribers, I'm not going to monetize anything right away. So I'll put out a video, let it run for my subscribers for a week or 2, and then after that, if it looks like it has any legs, I'll subscribe it. Monetize it. What I've done is gone back and monetized some of my really popular videos. I've got videos that have got 5, 10, 20,000 views, and those tend to be things that are not really part and parcel of the regular vinyl community stuff we do, like stuff about guitars and different things in the media and equipment reviews, stereo reviews. Those have gotten huge views, and those are not my normal vinyl community subscribers, so why not monetize that? So we'll see what happens there. So guys, right now I supposedly am streaming live via StreamYard to YouTube, and if any of you guys make any comments, they're supposed to appear. So let me see, where are all the comments? Any comments? Anybody watching? Anybody out there? I'm trying to type and talk at the same time. Anybody out there? It would help me just to see if this thing is working. Like, are the comments actually appearing live like they're supposed to? Guys, make a comment so I can see that you're out there. because this is my first test with StreamYard. So instead of Zoom, I'm using a streaming service called StreamYard. And one reason I picked that is the quality, the video quality is a lot higher. You're paying for the service, so it's higher, but you can do some cool things that you can't really do with Zoom. StreamYard is really designed as a streaming platform, and Zoom is really designed as a business sort of communication platform. Okay, let's get into some records. You guys want to hear about some records? Yes, I've gone to the Goodwill a couple times. Everything here in Los Angeles is on lockdown, and a limited number. Hey, Donald Drool. Druel, not drool, like I'm drooling. I don't know you, Donald, but Record Spinner, thank you guys. I'm about to get into some of my stuff that I've done at the Goodwill. Hey, guys are here and watching. That's great. I see you're commenting. Why aren't the comments appearing on the screen here? The comments are supposed to. Let me just see if I can figure this out. Oh God. Oh shit. Excuse me, guys. Hold on. Let me turn up the music so you don't get so bored. Yeah, I'm listening to some music here for you guys. Avashay Cohen, the bass player. I got one of his live things happening in the background here. I don't know if you can hear that. Let me turn it up just a little bit more. Okay, Goodwill. What have I been doing at the Goodwill? Southern California is still on heavy-duty lockdown. I was just told by my boss that don't bother asking about coming into work for the next 3 months. One of my friends who lives down the street works at UCLA. He was told he's not coming into the office until January 1st. So the Goodwill is opening up on a very limited basis. The big stores are opening up, but all the little stores are not. So I went to 2 of the big stores. I made 3 visits in the last 2 or 3 weeks. First big store I went to, 0 vinyl, 0 CDs. What is up with that, guys? I left in a huff. I usually leave in a huff. A lot. I'm a big huff person. Then I went to another Goodwill down the street in the city of Tarzana, and they had a big selection of records. And the records and the CDs and the books were all together. And they said strict 6-foot social distancing. So I went there and there were 2 girls looking at the books. Okay, I'm going to stand off in the corner, waiting. I stood around waiting for like 10 or 15 minutes. And she never, those girls never left, so I got sick of it. I left there in a huff, too. Let me check out some of the comments, you guys. Record Spinner is watching. Record Spinner says, congrats on the updates. He is also on the, I don't know if that's a he or a she, Mr. or Miss Record Spinner is also on the YouTube Partner Program, also hit 1,000 subs. Monetization is a dirty word. Guess what? Somebody has to pay for all the stuff that YouTube does for us for free, okay? You can buy a subscription to YouTube and pay for it, $12 a month or whatever it is, or you can selectively monetize. So I'm very selectively monetizing. I'm not going to monetize anything until it's out there for the first week or 2, giving all my subscribers a chance to see it. And there's some big numbers that are being hit there with some of my more general content. Okay, too loud. So monetization, I'm hoping it can offset the cost. I already said that. Record Spinner, maybe you and I should collab. So check. I gotta double check your channel and see what you're all about there. It's good to have 5 or 6 people watching my first live broadcast. Okay, back to the Goodwill. I do have records to show at the Goodwill, guys. Yesterday I went to the Goodwill again, the one that had no records. I went there looking for a CD player. The weird way I have my bedroom set up is this new Peachtree amplifier only has a couple of inputs, and I wanted a CD player that had an optical output, so I could use the optical input on the Peachtree, so I could switch to the phono preamp. It's complicated, but anyway, I went to this Goodwill, and there was like 4 or 5 multi-disc CD players. That's the kind that has the big tray that comes out, and you put 5 in a row. So now I have 2 of those. I have 2 of those in my bedroom. One has optical output. So I'm going to be rehooking up some stereo equipment. So that was my big find at the Goodwill yesterday. But I'm going to get you some records. Don't move. Saving the best for last. I got the 5-disc Sony CD player with optical output. That was $19.99. That's a great deal. Thing seems to work fine. And then there was a big Where do I have? There was a big crate full of classical records which I went through, and I will get to those. They're all very clean. They just weren't great titles, but I do have some blue notes and whatnot to show you guys. Yeah. Before I went to the Goodwill, I also did go to my local record store, and I picked this up off Tone Poet. There's 2 or 3 Tone Poets there I was looking at. I had to buy one. I had the money burning in my pocket. You know, they had the Chet Baker. They had what was the other one? I can't remember. Was it Wayne Shorter? Now I'm mad that I didn't buy the Wayne Shorter, but I got the Grant Green, Nigeria. Sonny Clark, Sam Jones, Art Blakey. Sonny Clark, he plays piano. So Nigeria, what's the first song on this record? It's called, do you guys know the story, Erigin? Erigin is Nigeria spelled backwards. That's a famous Sonny Rollins tune. So this record sounds great, like all the Tone Poets do. It's just a good time, chill record. It's nothing outrageous, but like all the Tone Poet stuff, they sound great, and good to have that in my collection. What else did I get? I'm not sure where I got this. Larry, is this Larry Young? Grant Green. It says Larry Young. More Grant Green. Grant Green. Talking about Grant Green, but it's got Larry Young on organ. Let me restart the music for you guys. You guys want to hear some music while we're sitting here doing nothing? Why not? That's just streaming off YouTube. Let's see. Grant Green, talking about Grant Green, Larry Young on organ, Elvin Jones on drums. I don't really know any of these tunes. I'm an Old Cowhand by Johnny Mercer. Is that another song that Sonny Rollins recorded on Way Out West? I think so. So, where did I get this? I think I ordered this used on eBay recently, but it's like new. Wait a minute. Does this say 80th? I don't know what series this is, guys. Okay, yesterday I got in the mail more Blue Note, more Larry Young. Into Something, Larry Young. This is the 80th anniversary series. It's coming out at the same time as the Tone Poets series, except it's more reasonably priced. These are like 22 to 24 bucks each. The Tone Poets are like 35 each. So I did pay for this on eBay. Came so quick. Thank you to whoever the seller was. Larry Young, Sam Rivers on tenor sax, who I've seen live before he died. Grant Green, Elvin Jones, great all-star lineup. Yeah, I've been listening to this one on vinyl today. And then I got stuff that's not Blue Note, but the stuff I got yesterday at the Goodwill, like I said, there was a big stack of classical records, obviously all from the same donor, one big crate, all very clean stuff, but all what are called budget classical. So all these classical labels have multiple series, just like Blue Note has Tone Poet 80th release. Regular classical labels in their heyday would have their premier line and then a mid-price or a budget line. So this is Columbia, but this is the Odyssey line, so that's kind of mid-price. Glenn Gould, I will buy anything with Glenn Gould on it if it's in reasonable shape. Glenn Gould, the great, very idiosyncratic piano player for most of the 50s and 60s. Very weird dude, but Glenn Gould doing Beethoven piano concertos. And I don't know anything about that. Haven't listened to it yet, but got it for a buck or two. These are all $2 each. Herbert von Karajan. Most people consider him the greatest conductor of all time. In his early days, he was on the Angel label. He's more famous for being on the Deutsche Grammophon label. Conducting overtures by Wagner, Mendelssohn. Music I'm not really familiar with, but I figured I'd give it a shot. And more budget classical. Can you pronounce this guy's name? Mstislav Rostropovich, one of the most famous cello players of all time, doing Dvorak's cello concerto in B minor. This again is one of these old recordings that was released later. Let's see, does it say when it was released originally? I don't know. Some of his stuff might be on 78, so then they're not going to sound that good. And what else? Haydn piano sonatas, Joseph Haydn, Gilbert Kalish or Kalish. So this is on the None Such label. None Such is a huge independent label now, you guys probably know. None Such is now the cool indie label. It has Wilco and the Black Keys, and a lot of other artists. Back in the day, there was this weird budget classical label that featured pretty unknown classical artists and kind of obscure classical pieces. So is that 4 records? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 classical records, 3 Blue Notes. I got the new CD player. I'm rehooking up the stereo. Hopefully I'll get that done today. This has been my first live stream on StreamYard, and hopefully the quality is as good as I think it's going to be, slightly better than Zoom. And hopefully this music here is not bothering you guys. What else, you guys? Andrew Lovell, or Lovell Andrew, Record Spinner, Donald Drool. Thank you guys for watching. And what else was I going to chat at you guys about? I need to do some collaborations and interviews. So if you guys know anybody that wants to be interviewed, wants to collaborate, hit me up. Also, follow me on my other social medias, Twitter, Instagram, Vinyl Rundown. And, oh, I forgot what I was going to say. It is my goal to subscribe to everybody in the vinyl community. If you're in the vinyl community and I'm not subscribing to you yet, please drop me a link somewhere, anywhere. Let me know who you are and what you're all about. I went through a bunch of my subscribers today and found that there was a handful, 6 or 7, that I hadn't subscribed to. So I do diligently try to find everybody who subscribes to me and subscribe to them. But you can be on the vinyl community and you don't subscribe to me, I still want to subscribe to you. Assuming you have content. There's 90% of you don't have any content. I'm not going to subscribe to you if you have no videos up. But if you have any videos about records, record collecting, I also subscribe to stuff about guitars, about hi-fi, audio equipment, music history, jazz, all that stuff. I want to subscribe to as many of you guys as possible. I made a list of new subscribers, guys. New subscriber shout-outs. Let's see. Jody Watson. I don't know who that is, but they have a pretty big channel, over 1,000 subs. Dave Boswell, the jazz guitar player who I interviewed last week, old friend of mine. Hadn't subscribed to him until recently. John Edward Tuck, new subscriber, thank you. I subscribe to you back. Tim Records, I subscribe to you. I forgot what your channel's about. A trumpeter named Chris Tedesco, who's kind of a neighbor of mine, and subscribe to him. Mark Wald, Vinyl, what does it say? Vinyl Crusade? I can't read my own writing. Vinyl Crest, Vinyl Crusade, Mark Wald, thank you. You've been commenting on a few things lately. I subscribe back to you. And Jason Adams, new channel, mostly about country records. There's not enough country music on the VC, that's for sure. So thank you, Jason, for subscribing. I subscribe back to you. And then a new channel by a very young man, like a teenager, Carson Tucker. I love seeing young people. I'm an old person, I've been collecting for more than 40 years. Carson Tucker, he showed a Miles Davis record and I think a Def Leppard record, and he's got 4 or 5 videos. So congrats to him on starting a YouTube channel, and thank you for subscribing to me. What else, guys? I think that covers it. We went over new subs, we went over monetization, we went over collaborations, StreamYard, my pile from the Goodwill. And I've blathered on for 18 minutes. And oh, by the way, you were listening to bass player Avishai Cohen, or is it Avishai? He's an Israeli guy, Avishai. Avishai Cohen. And there's 2 jazz musicians with the exact same name. He's the bass player, excellent bass player. I've got a bunch of his records, but digitally. I don't have his stuff on vinyl. There's another guy by the exact same name who's a trumpet player who I don't know as well. So you're hearing Avishai Cohen. Let me try something here. I think I can put him on screen. Check this out. Let's see if I can. Put him on screen real fast. Don't move. Check it out, guys. Is this working? Yeah, that's it. Avishai Cohen. That's a cool thing you can do with StreamYard. I don't know if you can do it with. Zoom. Zoom is kind of complicated. I had trouble figuring out how to work Zoom in real time. I'm doing this in real time. No stress, no looking for buttons. Everything's laid out nicely. So Avishai probably doesn't want me to show his stuff, but check him out, guys. He's a good player. That's about it, guys. unless anybody has any comments, questions, ask me anything. I want to collaborate with you guys. I'm just yakking my head off to fill time. But thank you for watching. Happy 4th of July. And this is 4th of July at home. We're not going out to any, what do you call it? Fireworks. I think there's going to be live fireworks, like our neighbors lighting off stuff. They're going to be waking us up at 2 a.m. with their M80s, which is not always appreciated, but I think that's what's going to happen this 4th of July. And here in Los Angeles, it's like 95 degrees today. We don't need any fires, so keep your fireworks under control. Stay safe, guys. Have a great 4th. I think that's it, guys. Let's sign off, and thank you so much for watching.